Welcome, everyone. Mr. Lee, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Let's see. All right. For those in attendance this evening, if you wish to speak at citizen comment period, please make sure you sign up on the appropriate sheet in the back of chambers. Go through the item list. Item 2, to the adoption of the meeting agenda. Is there a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Short. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That is a 4-0 vote to approve the agenda. Item 3, mayor's matters from mayor. Well, the mayor's not here tonight. Might fall on me, and I really don't have anything myself, so we'll move right on for matters from council. You want to speak on the chili brews and blues?
Well, yeah, thanks to the Wayne Theater and all the support staff from the city for all of the hard work that went into another successful year of the Virginia Chili Blues and Brews Festival. And got a little wet, especially at the end, but it looked like everybody had a good time. So
Good. I left that just for you. Anybody else? All right. Item 5, it is to consider consideration for the consent agenda. Is there a motion to adopt the said consent agenda?
I'll make it.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. Is there a second?
second.
Thank you, Mr. Short. Any other discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? That is a 4-0 vote to accept the consent agenda. Item 6 is to consider adopting a resolution of support for the city's application for a stormwater local assistance grant and to approve the use of net position in the stormwater fund as matching funds. That falls on Mr. McCormick.
Good evening, Mr. Vice Mayor, members of council. This past spring, Wally Wilson completed a citywide evaluation of locations that are best suited for pollution reduction projects. One of the locations that was identified is the turf area between Westwood Hills Elementary School and Riverview Cemetery. The preliminary cost estimate for this project is not to exceed $1.5 million, and this project would be eligible for a grant program managed by DEQ called the Local Stormwater Assistance Funds that provides 50% matching funds. The purpose of the resolution in front of you this evening is to show support for the grant application and also acknowledge that it would require a 50% match from available net position in the stormwater fund.
All right. Are there any questions regarding the resolution or the project? All right, hearing none, is there a motion to approve the resolution of support for the grant and use of net position for required local match?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Short. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And that is a 4-0 vote in the affirmative. Item 7 is to consider adopting a resolution of official intent to reimburse expenditures with proceeds from a borrowing Red Top Orchard Road / Shenandoah Village Drive Water System Booster Project. Again, Mr. McCormick.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Mayor. During the council meeting on September 9th, 2024, council approved an application to the Drinking Water State Revolving Loan Fund in an effort to obtain funding for the water distribution upgrades in the Red Top Zone. So this resolution accompanies that resolution and would allow the city to reimburse itself for engineering and upfront costs prior to the issuance of the loan. The important things to remember about this resolution are it does not require you to borrow. It does not require you to reimburse yourself, but it does keep the option open to reimburse yourself in the future if a future council desires.
Is there any questions from the council? All right. Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the official intent to reimburse resolution?
I'll make the
So
motion.
moved.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. He beat you to it. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Short. Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And that is a 4 4-0 vote in the affirmative. Item 8 is to consider approving a contract to provide water to a resident of Augusta County on May Avenue. Mr. Hamp.
Yes, sir. Mr. Kenneth R. Bradley Jr., 720 May Avenue, owns property just outside the city limits in Augusta County. He has access to the city of Waynesboro on May Avenue and has requested the city to provide water utilities to that property. The current request is for water service to one residential dwelling located at that address. And this property cannot be served by Augusta County and can be served by our utility system. The city code, section 86-34, requires that a proposed outside water customer execute a contract with the city and be approved by city council. The resolution in your packet tonight would authorize the city manager to enter into that contract on behalf of the city. Mr. Bradley would incur expense for extending the service, installing the meter, and then he would pay for the service he receives.
All right. Is there any questions from council? All right, then I would ask for a motion to approve the resolution.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Short. Is there any further discussion? All right then, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And that is a 4-0 vote in the affirmative. All right, item number 9 is to consider reappointing a member to the Waynesboro Redevelopment and Housing Authority Board for a 4-year term ending August 31st, 2028. I would like to ask for a motion to reappoint David Bullock.
I'll make that motion.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Allen. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, Mr. Lee, thank you. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Is there any opposed? And Mr. Bullock is reappointed to the Waynesboro Redevelopment Housing Authority Board for a 4-year term ending August 31, 2028 by a 4-0 vote in the affirmative. Item 10 is to consider reappointing a member of the Waynesboro Redevelopment and Housing Authority Board for a 4-year term ending August 31st, 2028. I'd like to ask for a motion to reappoint Mr. Spencer Cross.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Is there any opposed? So with that vote, Mr. Spencer Cross has been reappointed to the Waynesboro Redevelopment and Housing Authority Board for a 4-year term ending August 31, 2028 by a 4-0 vote to the affirmative. That brings us up to item 11. We're setting a new record, aren't we?
Close. I think Mr. Allen holds that title.
Oh, does he? Oh, don't challenge me. All right. Item 11 is citizen comment. Mr. Hamp.
No one has signed up to speak, sir.
In that case, well, is there anybody who would like to speak that didn't sign up? We got time. All right. Item 12, communication and correspondence.
Yes, sir. I have a couple calendar items for you. This weekend is the Crop Walk. It'll be held on Sunday, the 29th, from 2 to 5. That walk starts in Ridgeview Park, and they work around the traditional route. There are no road closures involved, but I just want to alert the community to be alert for walkers during that time period on Sunday, and then also bring some attention to the event if people would like to contribute or participate. Secondly, I have a couple of road closures that I would draw council's attention to. October 12th and 13th is the annual Fall Foliage Art Show Festival. Streets will be closed downtown on Saturday and Sunday for the show, and the street closure will be effective around 3 o'clock on Friday evening. And then on Friday, October 25th, from 3:30 until 6, the Kiwanis will hold their annual trunk or treat event downtown, and that's a Main Street closure. So just be aware of those. And then on a reminder that on October 1st at 7 p.m. at Fairfax Hall, we'll have a joint meeting with the Waynesboro Redevelopment Housing Authority Board. And that's all that I have this evening.
Beautiful. All right, that brings us up to item 13, which is a closed session. Is there a motion? Do we have the motion?
Should be, Ms. Bordeaux, is that in the packet? I thought I saw it
should be
in the packet.
there. You wanna
Yep.
make that-
Okay. Mr. Vice Mayor, I move this meeting be recessed and that the city council of Waynesboro immediately reconvene in a closed meeting as authorized by Virginia Code Section 2.2-3711A 8 and 29 for the following: discussion of the award of a public contract involving the expenditure of public funds, including the terms and scope of such contract, where discussion in an open session would adversely affect the city's bargaining position and negotiating strategy, and to consult with the city attorney regarding an agreement with Augusta Water, and as authorized by Virginia Code Section 2.2-3711A7, for consultation with legal counsel and briefings by staff members pertaining to the actual or probable litigation where such consultation or briefing in open meeting would adversely affect the negotiating or litigating posture of the city. Subject matter of the closed session is the City of Waynesboro versus Holtman Land Company case.
All right, is there a second?
Second?
Thank you, Mr. Short. This requires a roll call vote. Aye.
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 All right, I guess that takes us into closed session. Did I get it? All right, tell me whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Great. All right, is there a motion that council return to open session and certify the closed session?
Mr. Vice Mayor, I move to adopt the following resolution. Whereas the city of Waynesboro has convened a closed meeting on this date pursuant to an affirmative recorded vote and in accordance with the provisions of the Virginia Freedom of Information Act, and whereas Section 2.2-3712, the Code of Virginia requires certification by the city council that such closed meeting was conducted in conformity with Virginia law. Now therefore be it resolved that the city council of Waynesboro hereby certifies that to the best of each member's knowledge, only public business matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements by Virginia law were discussed in the closed meeting to which this certification resolution applies, and to only such business matters as were identified in the motion convening the closed meeting were heard, discussed, or considered by the city council of Waynesboro.
Is there a second?
Second?
Thank you, Mr. Short. Is there any discussion? Ms. Bortle?
Vice Mayor Wood.
Aye.
Councilman Allen. Councilman Short.
Aye.
Councilman Lee.
Aye.
All right, we're back in open session, and with that, I would like to ask Mr. Allen to do his duties.
I'd like to make a motion, we adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We're adjourned. All right.